Hello everyone, and today I am here to talk to you about diabetes, the big dreaded D word. Did you know that 50% of women who have PCOS will have diabetes or prediabetes by the time they're 40? Wow. That is a pretty horrifying statistic, and I know it is scary to even full-on terrifying. So I'm Dr. Gretchen Kubacki. I'm the PCOS psychologist and the founder of PCOS Wellness, author of the PCOS Mood Cure, and your guide to everything related to health care, management, diagnosis, behaviors, motivation, all of that stuff. I'm going to help you make the connections between your mind and your body so that you can have a much healthier body and a happier mind and a better life overall with PCOS. I know firsthand about diabetes. I have a very strong family history of diabetes, as it turns out. People in my family died from complications of diabetes, and I had early signs and symptoms of diabetes in my teens and 20s without ever knowing it. I had what is called hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar, and nobody told me that that might be a precursor to diabetes. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes when I was 32. That was over 2 decades ago, and I have figured out how to live happy, healthy, successful, all those things, good things. It's not that I haven't had issues with care. It's not that I love having diabetes, because let me assure you, I do not. But I want to help you to know how to deal with it better. If one of your healthcare providers has told you that you're pre-diabetic or at risk for diabetes, good. It means that you've been given a warning and that you can now do something about it. How are you going to start to do something about it though? Okay, if you've got some sort of a problem with eating too much sugar or refined carbs, things like candies or pastries or tortillas or potatoes or white rice, you have got to start looking at that stuff. It is something that is very calming and soothing to the brain to get all that glucose and all those carbs into your body, but in the long run, it's not great for your body. That does not mean, in my perspective, that does not mean eliminating all of those tasty, yummy things that are part of your cultural tradition and your food traditions, birthday celebrations, all of those things. It doesn't mean eliminating them permanently or forever. What it means is making some really proactive and knowledgeable choices about how these things affect both your body and your brain. Interesting statistic also around diabetes is that about 65% of people who have diabetes have depression, like a full-on major depressive disorder that I as a psychologist would treat them for, okay? That is, in addition to the statistics we already deal with PCOS, it's a pretty staggering number, and what it means is if you can avoid having diabetes altogether, or if you get diabetes like I did, because back in the day I just didn't know, then you can help to prevent some of that depression that goes along with it. And I certainly think that some of my history of depression was tied to having diabetes or even the hypoglycemia, because the erratic behaviors mentally, like what's going on, your brain is fueled by glucose. Glucose equals sugar. Sugar, blood sugar, diabetes, right? Got all the connections. What do? Are you scared? Are you alone? Are you angry? Are you upset? If you're upset, you've got to deal with the anger. If you're scared, you've got to get practical. I want you to have your feelings first, for sure. Have all the feelings. Get them all out of your body and out of your brain. And then really focus on learning how to manage your pre-diabetic or diabetic condition through diet, exercise, and by diet I really mean more like nutrition plan. I don't want you going on a diet, because that's often a bad thing. But I want you to manage your food. I want you to get exercise that helps reduce your stress, because stress is also a factor making diabetes worse. Get your sleep under control, and you can learn how to do all of those things in this group and also in my book, The PCOS Mood Cure, Your Guide to Ending the Emotional Roller Coaster, which is available all over the planet through Barnes & Noble and through Amazon. And you can buy it in paperback format or in ebook format. Drop your questions in the comments section below, and I will be happy to address them later. Thank you.